Welcome everybody back to Gourmet Craft and Catering. This is the home of the Eating Wild podcast team. I am your host, Antonio Meleca. I'm excited to bring you guys something that a lot of people have been emailing us about, and I'm gonna make this very, very simple. And I know a lot of you hunters out there have been trying to do something like this, and I'm gonna make it so easy for you that I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna blow the whole hunt camp away with these few simple steps. We are making fresh venison sliders. I love to incorporate fat when I'm doing my venison. Venison is very lean. So good thing is we're gonna incorporate a fat product to our venison. Today I am using pork. The reason why I'm using pork, because one, it's my favorite cut of meat and my favorite fat to eat. And two, it's gonna incorporate some really, really good flavors to the venison. Today we're gonna do something out of the box. We're gonna do sliders. I want everyone at home to have fun with this, and this is why we're here today. So we're gonna go over the simple ingredients here. You're gonna see here, this is from the buck that I shot last year. But here's the thing, the best part, the reward that you get when it comes to hunting is the harvest. If you're gonna take the time, if you're gonna take all the time, spend all the money, and get the best gear you possibly can, take time out of your personal life, spend the time to live on that land and harvest, please take the time to prepare it, because you are putting, like I said, you're putting all this money, all this time into the hunt itself. Well, here to me is the reward. I'm gonna say that we're doing about 25% pork, 75% when you're looking at the ratios from meat and fat. And so I just have some simple ground pork. You can see the difference in color, and you could actually see the fat inside the pork. And that's really, really important when you're making burgers or actually cooking over a grill. A lot of people think that when you're grilling meat, you get the best flavors. Yes, you get the best flavors because you have an open flame. Here's the thing, open flame cooking, your fat is dripping, you're losing all the fat. A lot of people, when they're making burgers, they're on the flat top, they're searing. Reason being is that sear is gonna hold that fat. You're gonna see all the liquid on your Blackstone around the burger, and that's where you get all the flavor. So what we're doing is we are gonna do open flame cooking, but we're gonna finish it in the oven. And we're gonna incorporate brie cheese, we're gonna incorporate some Dijon honey grain mustard, and we're gonna put the secret ingredient, guys, and this is gonna be Craig's homemade onion jam. It's gonna put our venison sliders over the top. Let's get cracking. I wanna show you guys how to make this real quick. I got my beautiful buck that I popped and named Johnny. Okay, Johnny's going inside the bowl. Again, we're using the 75-25 ratios here, fired in. You got your fat, you got your beautiful pork. Again, you can use whatever you want. Some people like to use Wagyu. I mean, if you're Lou and you got lots of dough, you're gonna wanna use Wagyu, but I don't have as much dough as Lou, so we're going with pork. And I'll be honest with you, I could smell it already. Look at the color of this. Johnny, you did me well, and I'm excited to cook you up for the boys. Okay, so you have your ratios here, you got your venison, you got your pork. All I'm doing is I'm incorporating it together, and I'm not binding any of the ingredients yet. I just want to fold this with my hands, get your hands dirty, and break it apart. You can see when you're incorporating it together, the colors kind of come together, and you got this really nice pink color. You can see the fat from the pork. This is enough meat here to make tons of sliders, and that's why it's so cool to do sliders, because you can make so many of them. I could eat 10 myself. Simple thing, 1 egg. I would do 1 egg. If you're gonna be doing a lot of venison, obviously you're gonna wanna incorporate more eggs. This is about, I'd say about 3 pounds of meat total. 1 egg is all you're gonna need. And I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of people add too much eggs, it becomes pasty, and you lose a lot of that real meaty texture when you are mixing your meat. So I got 1 beautiful egg. I'm gonna fold it through with my hands before we add any more elements. Adding all the elements together is gonna screw this up, and I'll tell you why. Because you need a chance for everything to go through evenly. And when you put everything in at once and you don't mix it properly, you're gonna bite into your burger and you're gonna have one big chunk of cheese because you didn't mix it properly. Now, what we're gonna do, seasoned breadcrumbs. You can buy regular breadcrumbs, panko breadcrumbs, as much as you want. It's like seasoning with salt, okay? You don't wanna over season. 2 tablespoons, that's about it. Again, I'm gonna take my time, I'm gonna incorporate these breadcrumbs. Very important. Seasoning, salt, 2 tablespoons. You don't want it to be not seasoned at all. Take the time, incorporate the salt properly. Pecorino cheese. I'm Italian. I got a problem. I eat cheese with everything, okay? The pecorino cheese is also gonna add a really, really nice saltiness to your venison. 2 tablespoons, all you need. Now, you can use Parmesan, you can use cheddar, you could use smoked cheese if you want, aged cheddar, applewood smoked, whatever you want. Last ingredient, I gotta tell you guys, I'm excited about this one. This is the Eating Wild chimichurri. This has all the ingredients that you need when you are cooking at home. It is quite strong, but you can see, look at that, beautiful, different spices. I'm not gonna tell you what's in it because you have to purchase it. You're gonna call me up and say, Smash, send me some of that chimichurri, and I'll tell you what, you'll be able to figure it out as soon as you open it up, and you put it on your burger, put it on your steak, on your taco, on your fish. It goes on everything. And you can see it almost looks like a dough ball. You know, it's already come together. Look at that, beautiful. You can let this rest inside your fridge for about a half an hour. All that's gonna do is it's gonna incorporate the spices. It's gonna hold it all together. We're gonna start forming in about a half an hour, guys. We'll be right back. One thing I will say, before you take it to the grill, put some parchment paper down or some non-stick spray. It's super important because I will tell you this meat is very, very sticky, okay? You've seen us incorporate all those different ingredients. This is very, very, very sticky. We're gonna do about 2 ounces, okay? We're doing sliders, we're not doing full burgers. If you guys wanted to do a full burger, you can obviously go 8 ounces, you can go 10 ounces, you can do whatever you want. So right here, we're forming a 2 ounce slider. And when you get your buns at your local grocery store, you could almost form the burger the same size of the bun. The last thing you want to do is get a burger, you make a nice 2 ounce burger, and then you have like a 3 ounce bun. You'll lose it, it looks like crap. You don't want to make them too thin. I've watched guys on YouTube roll them out with like rolling pins in Ziploc bags. Are you nuts? Like, that's insane. You are absolutely losing the juice. Look how easy this is. Everything. I can see all the spices, the egg. Look at that. It's forming perfectly. All we're gonna do is simply sear these off on the barbecue. I don't wanna lose too much of the fat. Again, when you're cooking open flame cooking, you're losing all the fat. You know, sure, why do you think you see those flames coming up? Listen, I love the barbecue. It's one of my favorite things to cook on. This particular animal, I'll tell you right now, is very lean. Everyone knows this. And you know, you keep that over an open flame, and I'll tell you right now, you're probably most likely gonna dry it out, and that's where people make a big mistake. Now, I'm not telling you to stay away from the barbecue when it comes to your venison. Your steaks, your tenderloin, all that stuff is all beautiful on there. You could smoke it, you know, but in this case, we're gonna get the presentation like the grill. And I'll tell you right now, people's minds are gonna be blown. It's gonna be awesome. Come right back, we're gonna finish these off. Okay guys, so listen, very important, get your grill piping hot, okay? And again, you have your venison sliders that we formed. All we're gonna do is you're gonna get some simple cross grill marks on them, just like this. Get them, sit them down. This onion jam's been going for about 6 hours, okay? And you can see, this is Craig's recipe. It's caramelized onions with red currants, red wine, a little bit of vinegar, fresh thyme, lemon juice. You let it go. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, this on top of those sliders, people are gonna go insane. Look at that. This is perfect. Turn them. Now we're gonna finish it in the oven. It's locking those juices in right now. We got high heat. Pan searing would do the same thing, okay? And you can see this, look at this. Like I said to you before, when you see the flame, that means those juices are going right through your grill. That's what's creating the flame. You want those juices in your mouth. You don't want those juices on the grill. Simply take them off, get them into your oven, 8 to 12 minutes, depending on how good your oven is. We're gonna pull these out and we're gonna plate them. Okay guys, so the burger is about a minute away. It's been in for about 8 minutes. Me personally, I love to have my burger medium rare, but I know here in Ontario, some people have something to say about that. I don't even think it's legal. To be honest, you go to the States, you go in Texas, they say, how do you like your burger, sir? Medium rare, that's me. Today we're cooking our burger, our meat right through. Here's what we're incorporating into our sliders today, guys. Double brie cheese. This is gonna be so creamy. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna set your burger apart. For our burger, we're gonna get our buns cut, okay? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Dijon grainy mustard on the top. Look at that right there. And Dijon grainy mustard has a nice little peppery kick to it as well. Don't be shy with your onion jam. I'll tell you right now, what's gonna separate your burger from everyone else's. We're gonna lay it on the bottom like this for that venison to sit on, okay? Very important thing right now, folks. We're gonna pull that burger meat on. I wanna get that brie cheese on it as soon as possible so it melts. Look at how beautiful these things are. They're like meatballs, and when I touch them, I can see the juices coming out of them. Look at that, oh my Lord. And we're actually gonna let these venison burgers or these sliders rest while the brie rests with it. I'm gonna tell you right now, give this about 3 to 4 minutes. I'm gonna prep the rest of these buns. You guys are gonna see the final presentation, T-minus 30 seconds. Okay folks, listen, this is the best part. This is the most rewarding part. You could see that the venison sliders have rested with that brie on top. Look at this. Are you nuts? Look at the juices just dropping out. Okay, you're gonna set these on top of your onion jam like this, okay? And the reason why I like using brie, like I said, you get that really, really creamy texture. Look at that. You could throw pickles in here if you want. You can throw a little bit of Big Mac sauce if you want to make venison Big Macs, which would be a really cool podcast. But look at that. You're telling me you're going to go to the hunt camp and the boys aren't going to lose their mind when they sink into one of these babies? The best part is right now we're going to cut into one of these. Oh my God, look at that. Are you crazy? Look at the juices. The juices are popping. This is Smash Meleca. We're checking out of here. Thanks for tuning into the Eating Wild channel. We got the venison sliders. People are gonna lose their mouth. I'm losing my mouth. I can't even speak properly. Simple recipe. We're gonna post it on the Fishing Canada website. Get dirty, get going. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're blowing minds. Ciao.